Hi everyone, it's Hayley here from the Gale Library in Newton, here with your preschool storytime craft. So if you joined us for storytime today, you will know that we are making gifts for a friend. So I thought we'd make this really cute plant pot gift that makes a nice present, and also a bracelet. So in your craft bags today, if you pick them up, you will find everything you need to make these things. The only thing you're going to need from home is either some school glue or, with the help of a grown-up, a hot glue gun and some hot glue. So the first thing we're going to do is our bracelet. And you can give this to your mum or your grandma or a friend. And all you need to do is take your pipe cleaner and thread on the beads that I popped in your bag. So I've chosen to do a pattern here for Halloween, and I've gone with an orange pipe cleaner, and I'm going with yellow and black beads, so it looks a little bit like a bumblebee, but it's supposed to be kind of a Halloween theme. So once you've threaded all the beads, what we're going to do is we're just going to join the ends and twist them, and then we want to fold the ends down so that we can tuck them inside the beads so that the sharp pointy bits aren't showing and nobody gets hurt on the bits at the end. So we twist it as far as we can and we get those bits as far in as we can get them. And there we have it. We have made our bracelet for somebody. That was very quick, very easy, and a good chance to practice our threading skills. Okay, so the next thing we're going to make is this plant pot. Now this takes a little bit more patience because the plant pot, as you can hear, is a little flimsy, which means it's very thin. But what we're going to do, we're going to cover it in yarn, and it makes it look like a pair of pants, right? So the first thing we need to do with our plant pot, so you should have a plant pot, and two colors of yarn. I've got white and green here. So the first thing we need to do is attach the yarn at the bottom. So you can do this in a few ways. You can use hot glue, tape, or school glue. If you use school glue, it's going to take just a little bit longer to dry. And I'll show you the reason I use hot glue. And what I'm going to do is put the hot glue very carefully all the way around the bottom. And we do this because we don't want, when we thread the yarn around, we don't want it falling off. So I'm going to cover the whole bottom with one stripe of yarn very carefully, so that when we wrap it, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall off the bottom of our plant pot. Okay, so we're going to do this all the way around until the ends meet. And that means that when we begin to wrap our yarn in a moment, we already have our base at the bottom. Then all we're going to do is wrap the yarn all the way around. And you can keep pulling it down so you make sure it stays tight. All right, I'm going to pop you on pause while I do this, and then I will show you where we go from here. I'll be back in a second. Hi, so I'm back, and what I did fail to mention was that you will need a pair of scissors. So when you get your pot, there's about an inch I've left at the top there. When you get your first wrap on, we're just going to cut it off, and then we're going to use the school glue or the hot glue just to secure the end, so it doesn't come off again. So can you see? I just secured the end here. Now we're going to do exactly the same thing with the white or the second color that you have. It won't take as long this time, but we're going to start in the same way. But we don't have to go all around the pot with the securing this time. We just have to secure the end. And then what we're going to do is exactly the same thing with the white, and we're just going to cover the rest of our pot in the white. It just gives a nice finish, a little two-tone of color, makes it look a bit more like a pair of trousers. So you could give it to a dad or a granddad or somebody that just likes to be out in the garden. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to chop the end off, and then I'm going to hot glue it underneath the bottom so you can't see where I stuck it on. Actually, it says I'm losing my glue gun. Stay. So what I did is I just tucked the end in the bottom so you can't see it. All right, now the final touch is just to add the buttons. So all we're going to do is we're going to dab a little bit of glue on each of the buttons and find out which looks the best side. And we're just going to attach those buttons to our plant pot. And there you have it. a very cute plant pot gift and a very cute bracelet gift to give to somebody you love. All right, you guys, that's all we have time for. I hope you enjoyed making your craft today. We will see you next week for something pizzery, I think. Take care, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.